That's unfair. That's Balma 7 points in the game.
To Del Fuentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Maloria is open. Three-pointer.
Oh, my goodness.
Face a jumper by Robin Celis. Natalgero has time. Now it's Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
They say there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And syempre,
Is there?
is there? Meron yan.
Yes. Okay.
Meron yan. Lalo na pag dito tayo sa Inaris Center in Montalban, Rizal. Napakaganda ng view. And syempre, napakaganda ng mga laro, including the first game. So the question is, sino ang makakakita ng ilaw pagkatapos ng larong to? Because it's Bulacan against Parañaque, two teams that have combined for a single win so far this season. It's Bulacan, the winless team, taking on Parañaque, a team that has won one game so far. In the first game at 4 p.m., 6 p.m., laban ng Binyan against Gensan. And in the main game, it's the Bataan Risers taking on the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. Two teams coming off defeats. Magandang hapon mga kaliga. Sa Dav Tupas kasama si Christian Wanzon, Mika Abisamis will be joining us later on. And sino nga pa ang merong ilaw at the end of all of this?
Well, to your point, totoo yan. And kaya nag-shave ako, no? Para tulungan sila, para mas maliwanag. Mas maging maliwanag. Pero tingnan natin sa dulo kasi sigurado na yan kahit na anong mangyari sa larong ito.
Oo, siguradong may losing streak na matatapos ngayong araw na to. Bulacan muna pag-usapan natin. They faced off with Marikina in their last game and this was their
Arguably the best game.
best game. Only a 10-point defeat.
Yes.
It's been a difficult is an understatement for Bulacan this season.
Certainly is. I've run out of adjectives to describe Bulacan this season, but 5 minutes into the quarter, they were already down 21-3, and then in halftime they were down 26. After 3 quarters, still down more than 20, and then suddenly in the fourth quarter, Sumido scores 11 points. Top scored in the game with 32 and was able to bring it down to 10. You see the numbers. A big part kung bakit they were out-rebounded is, or outshot rather, konting attempts sila. It's because they were out-rebounded, -10. And transition was a problem also, transition defense, because they allowed 22 fast break points.
Two teams out to salvage pride here, Bulacan and Parañaque. Parañaque, on the other hand, they are currently 1-9. One of the teams na nandun sa ibaba ng ating South Division. Parañaque losing to Abra 81-97 in Caloocan in their last game. They had some moments in that game.
This was different, no? Compared to Bulacan. It was somewhat competitive, and Buena Flor, Saitanan, Mangahas, they had 22 of the 25 points in that third quarter. That's why they were only down by 8 at the half. Abra was able to push it up a little bit after 3 quarters. They were only down by a couple points, rather. By 15. But then at the end of the day, nangibabaw si DI, si Dave Ildefonso, who top scored with 31 points for Abra.
Yeah, that's a season high. Dave Ildefonso.
Player of the week ba yata ba siya?
Yes, Player of the week. And right now, we're just about ready to start this ball game. Let's go to Richard Campos.
First up, the starting 5 for Bulacan, Cuyas. Power forward number 15, Erlan Umpad. Point guard number 17, Marlon Espiritu. At forward number 21, Joseph Celso. Two guard number 24, Gino Humawas. Center number 32, Jeb Bulawan. Bulacan Cuyas will be led by Terrence Reyes with the team manager Kendall Velasco. Starting 5 for Parañaque, Pete Triots. At guard number 12, Jasper Cuevas. Forward number 17, Alvin Capopres. Playing center number 34, Lender Cannon. Shooting guard number 37, Paulo Castro. And at power forward number 41, J. Boy Solis. The head coach is Stephen Mupera. His assistants are Franklin Mancio, Tyron Ruiz, and Sikorsky Miguelino. The team manager, Joy Mendoza. Referees for this ball game are crew chief Severino Pico.
Starting 5 is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Marlon Espiritu, Gino Humaas, Jeb Bulawan, Joseph Celso, and Erlan Umpad ang magsisimula for Bulacan, Parañaque as Jasper Cuevas, J-Boy Solis, Lander Cannon, Paulo Castro, and Alvin Capopres. A big lineup here para dito sa Bulacan. They have Umpad, Celso, and Bulawan. 3 players above 6'4" to start this ball game. And we are underway at the Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal. Espiritu Humawas. Parañaque playing his zone here. Castro with the steal. Loses his footing. Na-recover ni Capopres. Castro makes his move. The drive. Lost it. It will stay with Parañaque.
Tingnan natin kung Parañaque could somewhat take advantage of this tall lineup ng Bulacan to start this game. That puts Chumawas, to your point, at the 3 spot.
No, 2. Kasi 3 si
tama.
Bulawan.
No?
There's J-Boy
Si Bulawan
Solis.
ang 3. Tama.
Solis knocks down the baseline jumper. That's the first basket of the game.
Long time ano na yan, Patriot.
Long time, yeah. Had stops in Bacolod, a few seasons ago. Gumawas. Finds Bulawan. Jumper from Jeb. Not short. Rebound ni Paulo Castro. Waits for Solis. Jasper Cuevas played for Muntinlupa last season. Ito, long-time Patriot din, Paulo Castro.
Oo, ano rin yan. Had a few stopovers bago bumalik dito sa Parañaque.
Had a time with Bacoor. Having Capopres.
Nag-final sila, tama?
Yes.
Was he part of that team? Yes.
Capopres knocks down the 3.
Sa kabilang panig naman, since itong Parañaque starts things off with a 2-3 zone sa malaking lineup nito ng Bulacan. Let's see if they could take advantage of the offensive rebounding. Pero Espiritu sabi, anong offensive rebound, coach? Shoot na eh.
It's 5-2, and I'd like to welcome you to this wonderful venue, by the way.
Beautiful venue.
Yes. It's first time ng aking kasamang si Christian Luanzo. Although, one can argue that you're actually the closest to this venue than all of us in the panel, by the way.
Yes. To my surprise as well. As soon as I clicked that ETA, sabi ko ba, wala pang 40 minutes.
Nakakapanibago.
Yes.
Mas malapit pa ba ito sa practice nyo sa UP?
Hindi naman.
Okay.
Hindi naman. Yung UP, mga 10 minuto lang yun.
Inside they go, Umpad. The play was anticipated by Capopres. Here comes Alvin. The kick out. Jasper Cuevas, too strong on the 3. Umpad taps it to Humawas. Marlon Espiritu will set the table para sa Kuyas. Bulawan. So they are in no rush whatsoever. Espiritu lumapit. Bulawan fires the jumper in and out. Espiritu with the rebound. Nabitawan ng bola. Whistle going against the yellow shirts. Parañaque.
And just when we talked about the tall guys getting the offensive rebound for Bulacan, ang nakakuha ng unang offensive rebound sa larong ito para sa Bulacan is arguably the smallest guy in the floor. Si Espiritu. Ayan, nasa free throw line.
Espiritu. Been here since season 1 with Marikina. Oh for 2. Para kaya Marlon Espiritu. Cuevas to Solis. So defending Solis hard that time, and a foul on Marlon Espiritu on the driving Alvin Capobres.
Masyadong nakadikit no si Celso no, kay Solis, kaya pagkuha ng bola, that get option kay Solis, hindi na nakahelp itong si Celso. Dire-diretso na si Capobres until he got fouled.
Alvin Capobres has carried most of the fight for the Patriots this season. 15 points against Abra, averaging 9.3 points, 6.7 rebounds in their games so far.
Son of NBA legend, San Juan Knight champion na si Danny Capobres.
Also of Iloilo Megavots.
Nag-Iloilo ba si
Yes,
Kuya Danny? Which I believe ngayon nasa overseas na eh.
Yeah.
Nasa
Humawas.
Amerika yata. Humawas
Throws
to
it
beat
up.
the clock. One thing's for sure, maraming sumakit ang mga katawan kay Kuya Danny.
And he has that
during his heyday.
also stellar mid-range game.
Oo. Medyo parang Bong Hawkins yung laro niya.
May face up, konting bangga. Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Cannon.
Banggaan baka mo, si Cannon sanay din dyan.
Cannon and Saitanan, both from Quezon last season.
Right?
Napunta dito sa Parañaque. Umawas, short on the 3. Rebound ni Castro. Takbo ang Parañaque, lamang 8-2. Alvin. That's it to Cuevas. Jasper. Solis. They're just standing around.
Hindi ko alam kung nagpipisikalan o kukulitan tong si Cannon at si Bulawan sa ilalim. Si Umpad rather. Pero nakashoot doon si Capobres galing kay Solis.
This is not a pace that I like if I'm Bulacan.
Oo.
It's too slow for my liking. Espiritu. Shot clock is winding down. There's really no effort to attack this zone. And they're settling for an outside shot. Humawas. Celso. There's a gap there. Finally, Humawas puts it in.
That strong drive going to the middle of the offensive rebound. Pangalawang offensive rebound na yan, ang Bulacan. Gusto ni Cannon to.
Cannon inside the paint, fouled by Bulawan.
Kanina pa niya hinihingi yung bola eh. Hindi lang umabot sa kanya no, dun sa huling basket nila. Care of Danny, Alvin Capobres.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet. Official title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Andrew
Beautiful
Cannon.
touch pass.
0 for 13 ng Bulacan. So far this season, 1 of 9 ng Parañaque. Coach Alvin Jan Tanyada of Muntinlupa watching right now. Shout out sa iyo, Coach. Ganda ng simula ng Muntinlupa.
Oh.
10-2.
Third, I believe. No?
Tied for second
Tied for second.
in the South.
Sila ni Quezon, no?
Yes.
Tied sila. Nangingibabaw sa division na yun. Si Zamboanga coming off a big win. Tama?
Yes.
Pampanga,
Over
kalaban.
Pampanga last week. Umpad is fouled by Lander Cannon. Ano rin eh, no? There's different, you see the like Tech Adjourned official outfitter of the MPBL. Iba yung pace na tinatakbo dito sa South. Iba din sa North.
Oo.
There's a huge. But when they face off, you see a top team like Zamboanga in the south
Right.
already beating Pampanga, one of
Correct.
the top teams in the north.
And I thought that was a huge game by Zamboanga because we all had somewhat that doubt, no? Para sa Zamboanga because karamihan din ng mga tinalo nila, you could say relatively was a light schedule, and that's no disrespect, but what I respect about Zamboanga, kay Coach Bong and Coach Egay is how they have outworked their opponents. Seems like every game as Espiritu knocks down the jumper.
Yeah, tama.
I think that's been very evident sa laro nila. I think it's safe to say they're not the most talented team in the league, even though they're the top team in that division, as Castro hits a layup underneath. But certainly, we've covered, personally, yung games nila, ibang klase sila trumabaho on both ends.
Yeah. You can say Roy Sumang as the more notable player there.
Especially in that stretch, what was that, last month? Wherein 3 to 4 best players. Siya rin ba ang best player last game?
I think it was a different
Parang
player.
hindi, di ba? But there was a stretch na for 2 weeks, si Roy
Gabat.
Sumang.
Gabat was the best player the last
Right,
game.
si Gabat. But then again, the ironic thing about itong pinag-uusapan natin, the last 2 seasons, ang nagcha-champion galing sa division nila, which is Pampanga.
Kaya-
Kahit na anong lakas ng mga teams doon sa kabila.
Kaya nga. 2.5 minutes remaining in the first period. We'll talk more about the MPBL when we return.
Back at the Inaris Center in Montalban for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesamis. It has been 3 games since Coach Peng Mopera took over the Patriots. And of course, it has been a struggle. He has lost some big names in Calvo, si BC, and si Dakiwag. At bukod doon, nagka-problema sila sa kanilang gym. Sa Olivares, medyo may ginagawa daw. Kaya last minute kahapon, they had to practice in a cemented gym. At isang practice pa lang daw this whole week. So syempre, nag-suffer ang conditioning ng boys. But no problem for guys like Alan Mangahas, who as we know is free-spirited. Maliit na bagay, sanay tayo dyan. Tapos, mas naging interesting na ang conversation namin. Sabi niya, alam mo, Mika, swerte mga players ngayon. Lalo mga point guards. May SNC na, may skills coach. Dati kami, takbo lang paakyat ng bundok para makondisyon. Tapos, lalaro lang ako sa kalsada. Bahala na anong skill ang ma-unlock ko. Alan Mangahas, as we know, had a great career with Mapua and here in the MPBL as well. Sabi niya, medyo nag-stretching ako ngayon. Malay mo, matakbo na ulit. Si Delph, Coach Chris.
Thank you so much, Mika. Alan Mangahas is actually, kung titingnan mo, one of the more important players in our first season in the league.
Right. Played for Muntinlupa.
Malayo na rin ang nating.
Oo.
Pero, di ba, ikaw hindi ka rin wala ka rin SNC dati eh.
Wala.
Tingnan mo ano nangyari sa'yo.
Kaya nga eh. maling panahon pinanganak eh. Ngayon, sa liga namin, sumasabay na lang ako sa SNC namin sa UP. Pero, alam mo maganda, habang dun sa report, no? Thank you for that report, Mika. Ang maganda rin, habang nire-report ni Mika yun, pinakita din sana, no? Yung gilid, no? Nakaharang kasi, di ba? Nakupo sa bench si Alan. Kung mahaba na ba yung medyas ni Alan Mangahas? Kasi, baka umiksi yun habang tumatakbo siya paakyat dun sa bundok. As when the floor hits a 3. He played well by the way nung last game, no? One of 4 players in double figures, 12 points. Also the second leading assist man with 5 in less than 20 minutes of play.
Alan Mangahas to me is a natural baller. One of those players na talagang madali ang basketball.
Totoo.
Para sa kanya.
The original drunken master ng Pilipinas in terms of, let me clarify that what I mean, in terms of playing basketball. Kala mo, lalambot-lambot, hindi mo alam after the game, he beats you in so many ways. Even knows how to cut your heart out, hitting those big shots.
Right now, though, the shorts are a bit shorter.
Oo nga.
It used to be long, by the
Oo.
way. And the socks, of course,
No show pa rin.
Oh, no show pa rin. Saitanan misses on the turnaround. Tsaka high cut na, mid cut na siya ngayon. Dati low cut yan.
Tennis shoes pa nga. Inaalala ko may time parang kini-question mo. Ano ba yan? Basketball shoes ba tayo o running shoes? Di ba?
Bulacan finds umpad underneath. They score. Erlan umpad.
Alam mo, feeling ko as umpad, it's a basket. Papawiin sa kabila ni Timaho. Feeling ko itong si Alan tsaka si James, may ano to eh, may mga sepangs issues to eh.
Hindi mapag-iwalay eh.
Oo, no? Wala lang si James ngayong araw. Pero again, nasa same team ulit sila. So sa 7 seasons, I think what, 4 seasons na sila magkakampi at least, di ba?
Halos hindi nagkahiwalay.
Matagal sa ano eh, sa Bacoor. Ano?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Muntinlupa,
Sa
Binyan.
Binyan. Sorry, sa Binyan. Yes.
Nauubusan na ng oras ang Bulacan. And the two teams combining for 29 points in the first 10 minutes of action dito sa Montalban, Rizal. J-Boy Solis played almost the entire first period, but I hardly saw sweat from him.
Oo,
Malamig,
malamig kasi. Eh, di ba, kakasabi mo nga lang itong venue, bagong-bago. So, syempre, malamig pa. Di ba? Wala, yung maintenance nito, wala pa doon sa puntong yun. Fresh na fresh pa yung mga air condition dito.
Well, will this be a fresh start for Parañaque? They lead by 9 at the end of 1. Some exciting games last night at the San Andres Sports Complex in Manila. San Juan winning over Valenzuela 90-67, 76-68 para panalo naman ang Pangasinan over Davao. And then in the main game, Batangas City beating Pasig. Pasig had a really strong resistance in that game. Pero 28 points ang ginawa ni Levi Hernandez.
Mahusay talaga naman na laro yun si Levy. Ganda ng challenge si Ceso.
Yeah.
Might have been partially blocked.
Espiritu keeps possession. Here's Gino Humauas. Sumido lets it fly. Yes! Instant offense.
First time to check in, first shot, walang problema. Hindi na kailangan mag-warm up ni Sumido. 32 points in the last game.
When the floor misses, the save from Bulacan ends up with Espiritu.
Pasa mo kay Sumido.
Humauas, strong drive. Basket plus the foul.
Signs of life after being down. You know, after 10 minutes of play, it's a 5-0 run to start the second quarter para sa Cuyas.
Here's the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Expa Personal Karaoke Speaker Everyday Karaoke. May look away free throw. Hindi pumasok.
Nag-ala Curry.
Oh.
Bakit ganun?
Free throw yun eh. Hintayin mo bago umabot sa ring. Timaho is blocked by Sumido. Espiritu to JR. Another 3. That won't go. When the floor, they go down low to Timaho. A whistle
Offensive
go
foul.
against Timaho.
Tinamaan sa panga si Espiritu, no? Which I thought was incidental. But still, enough for the official on the baseline to call that offensive foul. Scoreless, no? So far, itong Parañaque sa quarter na to.
19-15. Naghahabol ang Bulacan dito. Down by 4. Early going ng ating second period. Espiritu, dangerous cross-court pass, and it ends up as a turnover.
It's going to end up as a turnover either on Sumido or Espiritu, but really that pass was caused by Jumawas. on that cross court from the left wing to the right.
Paborito talaga ng ating kaibigan sa Bacolod pag tayo nagko-cover.
Sino to? Uncle Roger?
Yes.
Yes. See? Pamisado ko na.
Ito Roger Montalvo watching.
Alam mo, mas naaalala ko ba nga siya pag narinig ko yung Bacolod hindi ikaw.
Ouch.
Kasi mukhang si Uncle Roger talagang, yung datingan niya, talagang tubong Bacolod, yung humble, soft-spoken. Alam mo yun?
Wow.
Talagang it represents the city.
Wow.
Not to say hindi ka ganon, but you know, alam mo yun?
Iba. Okay. Sige. First game pa lang naman May dalawa pang game Sumido heating up here in the second period. He's got 5 points.
Ano ba tawag sa mga sorry Bacolodians?
Bacoleño, Bacolod nun. You can,
So
yeah.
hindi Bacolodians?
Hindi.
Okay. That was a serious assumption, by the way.
Okay.
So, that was not a joke.
Ano kita sa mga Ilonggo doon sa team nyo sa UP. Marami sila doon, ha? Marami yun.
Marami yun.
It's Alex Ramos of Bataan seeing action later on against maaga magpa-call time.
Main game pa yan, ha?
Maaga magpa-call time.
Sa bagay, kung baka galing Bataan mismo yan.
Yes,
diba?
posible. 19-17, just a 2-point lead for Parañaque. They have yet to score here in the second quarter. KB, binigay kay Deo. Shot clock winding down, has to shoot.
Hindi niya alam.
Alan Mangahas has to take charge right now kung ganito ang sitwasyon ng kanilang team.
Parang wala pa yatang attempt.
Oo.
Not even a sign to at least try, you know. Pero tingnan natin sa next possession. Sumido.
Nearly got that one to go in. Mangahas to win a floor. Moralde.
Two-man game.
Saitanan fires a three. No good. Anad Mangahas secures the offensive rebound. Bigay kay Papa. The swing to Buena Flor. It's a three.
Pangalawa na yan. Para kay Buena Flor, nabanggit natin, no? In our pregame. He was one of 3 players responsible kasama si Saitanan at si Mangahas. Well, 22 to 25 points in the second quarter. Kaya nailapit nila, no? Yung score nila versus Abra sa halftime down by 8. Alley-oop, but not the good kind.
Buena Flor was looking at the rim already bago ang pasa. 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme Appliances. Ang subok at kumpleto appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Gino Humawas drives middle.
Derecho.
Blocked by Udjan. Papa.
Delikadong pasa. Itira to si Alan. Libre na.
Mangahas. Yes, no. Akala ko.
Inunahan mo eh.
Akala ko, pasok na eh. Sumido. Been playing well here in the second period. Short on the 3 that time. Nobody from the team in white getting back in transition to defend. Easy 2 para kay KB. Kevin Benaflor has got 8 points to extend the lead to 7. Umawas.
Leading scorer para sa kanilang kupunan.
Bulacan is fouled on the way to the cup.
And in the game na ito si Buena Flor. Here's the shot. Right in the hands of Saitanan. So that's a rebound and an assist. Quickly, in a few seconds.
Bulacan gets the first one to drop. And it's been a good second quarter so far for Bulacan. 24-18 free throw of the game brought to you by Extreme Appliances sa subok at kumpleto appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Sabi daw ni Uncle Roger
Okay.
mo,
Okay.
sinusubaybayan niya daw yung liga niya. Iba ka dun ha. Ayaw mo pang sinishare yung Pinoy step mo ha. Which I saw by the way on the Pinoy step social media.
Who posted it? The show?
Our buddy Anton Ross.
Si Anton, yes. Yeah, he told me yesterday when we did our recording. As it bola, babalik sa Parañaque.
Baka nag-trending na sa TikTok yun.
That's why I told him, I'm not sharing anything with you anymore. Sabi ko sa kanya, hindi ka man lang humingi ng permiso. Ako nga, hindi ako nagpo-post.
Well, it's all over the internet, my friend.
Oh my gosh.
It's all over the internet. You cannot stop people from sharing it. you know my...
Nakakahiya.
Okay na yun, na-shoot. Ako nga, iba yung pag-viral ng akin eh.
Nakakahiya.
24-19. Kamusta yung record nyo? Ngayon?
Okay naman, we won last night.
Kaya pala cover ka ngayon.
No, hindi. Kaya pala, masakit ang buong katawan ko. 35 minutes ako naglaro.
Kita nyo guys.
Oh my gosh.
MVP candidate yan ha. Guys, ha?
Oh my gosh. I don't really care. I just hope we get a chance to get in the finals. That's it. It's gonna be a tough one. That Hwaseong team, binubuo ni James Yap, Ken Bono, Leo Canuda, at Ragni Cinco at mga iba pa na mauhusay rin. Oh my gosh, ang lakas ng team na yun. Not to mention yung Savior team, as you see the three right here missed. Yung Savior team na binubuo ni Joseph Yo, ni Chris Chu, ni Joe Chua, at ni Marvin Choco, at marami pang mahuhusay na player.
Marvin Choco, dun din.
Oh, it's gonna be a tough task. Gene Alabanza, who's the manager of Batangas. Si T.Y. Tang na naka-lineup na sabing hindi daw maglalaro, pero who knows, baka pagdating sa dulo, yan din ang nangyari last year. It's a tough league. It's a tough league.
Kaya 35 minutes ka dun.
Oh my gosh.
And you get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. To be fair, maganda yung usage mo dun. Maganda numero mo dun.
It can be
I think
better.
you're the league leader in rebounds, I believe.
I don't know as of last night. Hindi
I
ako
think
sure
so.
after last night. So, I don't know.
Nakita ko yung graphics eh. So, Mido,
Parang FIFA FOFA.
alam mo, next to MPBL, yan yung sinusubaybayan kong liga. Okay, mas sinusubaybayan ko pa yan kaysa sa NBA playoffs.
Eto, turnover ang Parañaque. Sumido, attacking ngayon sa basket. Something that first time niya ginawa, after taking about 4 to 5 outside shots. It's good to see Sumido with his length. And kaliwete pa to, taking it hard to the basket.
And Sumido had 32 points against Marikina. Would you argue that if he was in another team, ano kaya yung magiging role niya?
It would depend.
Let's say a contender, if he was in another team, like because he was shipped from Imus to Valenzuela last season.
Right.
And when he moved to Valenzuela,
And
his
he was,
numbers,
obviously, hindi contender yun last year.
his numbers really suffered
Right.
when he moved to Valenzuela.
I would say it depends because for dito, inaasahan siyang umiscore. And defensively, he hasn't really been as aggressive as he should. So, hindi naman siya, kabagalan na player with his length. And sometimes, being in a different situation or different place, ma-rejuvenate ka, mas gaganahan ka eh. So, kung mapunta siya sa ganung pagkakataon and then, maybe a team, for example, that needs scoring punch off the bench, sa tingin ko, dun siya maging effective. But not as the main guy, tulad dito sa Bulacan.
2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the half. Parañaque up by 6 against Bulacan. We'll be right back. Nagbabalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa
Hey, that's my sister!
Inares Center.
Yeah, that's Faye Manansala. Ang asawa ni JR Manansala na assistant, no, sa Binyan. Kapatid ni Gino Manansala na anak ni PBA legend.
Kumpletuhin mo na eh kung ano nagsimula eh.
Uncle Jimmy Manansala, yan si JR. Ay nako. College pa lang. Kumusta po, Ninang Lynn, kung nanonood kayo, ang kanyang mami.
Parañaque's next 3 games, they go up against Binyan and then San Juan and then Imus.
Eh, syempre si Tito Boy na rin. Tito Boy.
Kinumpleto mo na.
Oh,
Yun yung...
Tito Boy Favis.
Oh, Lander Cannon showing us the moves there. Celso is whistled for the personal.
Ayan naman, nabanggit mo, di ba?
Oo.
Nabanggit mo, sister ko, di ba? Ayan. Malayong kapatid ko yan. Kita mo naman siguro sa shape ng ulo. Di ba? Si Kuya Celso.
Kaya, sabi ni Uncle Roger, parang SGA daw galawan mo dun sa...
Anong description niya? Pakilinaw yung SGA.
SGA!
Si Shea Gildres Acuno.
Hindi pa mo apelido ni SGA MVP yun.
Ay, grabe siya kanina.
Ang galing niya.
40 ang ginawa, almost triple-double pa. Nakita mo yung pasa niya? Nadapa niya, dinaan sa ilalim ng legs yata ng pinsan niya.
Tapos pinasa kay Williams. Grabe yun, no?
Alam mo kung
Akala ko din dribble na natawama na sa paa eh. Tapos,
as you see the miss by Cannon, what's your takeaway sa larong yun? Like serious, ha? It's a serious question.
wala pa si
Si Ant, no?
Ant.
Yes. Why? Here's the thing. They compare him to the great Michael Jordan being the face of the NBA. Okay. Si Gawitz, pinasok na ngayon. Gonzaga ng Bulacan. And to me, my first impression last season, too early, number one. Second, no, it's not even a comparison. Why? Gawitz first shot, wala. Why? Because Game 2, was that Game 2 or Game 1 nitong series na to, he only had 9 attempts. When did you see the great Michael Jordan in a playoff game only have 9 attempts?
Never.
And today, or last night rather, he only had, I think, 12 or 13. The point is, mas marami pa. Si Alexander, no? Nikia?
Yeah, Nico.
Nico Alexander, and si McDaniels, who's known as a defensive guy. Mas marami pang attempts sa kanya. And that's mind-boggling to me.
I'm not sure. Ako feeling ko may
Only had 16 points.
Yeah,
by the way.
16 points.
It's the attempts though. It's the attempts as the main guy.
Si Juju 5 lang din eh.
Yes. Yes.
So, you know, we will I think that series is over.
Kaya dapat yes, OKC in 5 ako dyan, but hindi ko alam bakit. As Umpad misses the free throw, ito pangalawa wala, parehas wala.
We're not looking, Papa.
No, pero dalawang yellow shirt naman yung nandun. Kasalanan ni Uncle Roger eh. Bring up si SGA.
Elorde fires from the corner. Umpad grabs the rebound, 28-21. Oh boy.
10 seconds na lang.
The intensity of this game through the roof. Oh my goodness.
Ito na si Umpad. Wala. Isa pang pagkakataon. Pasok!
Yes!
Oh yes!
Yes!
To beat the buzzer.
Yes! Count that!
Ganda ng effort.
Please! Count it! I haven't been this excited for a basket in a while.
You have to appreciate the effort, no? Counted yun.
I was very close, but...
Counted yun. Counted yun. Mahirap na tira yun, ha? Kasi he lost his balance. Ay, hindi. Hawak pa niya, oh. Pula na eh. Ay, pero yung point 1 eh, nandun pa eh.
Yes, I think that will count.
Oo, pero maagang nagpupula.
Yes, it will count.
Alam mo, ha? Delikado yung mga ganyan. Yung mga nagpupula agad pero may oras pa.
28-23 at the break. Parañaque with a 5-point lead against Bulacan. We'll be right back.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya's. That is the most spectacular one-punch set of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way over and goes down again. Straight left hand for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he finds the straight left hand. And there's the punching bell. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Right now, it seems like every extra possession is going to the side of Pangasinan, and they convert the Heat Waves up by 11. And this has been a collective effort.
On the second chance opportunity, an off-ball movement. Hockey assist by Gabo, who got the offensive rebound. Direct assist for Talio to Flores. 11-point lead.
Only fitting that he leads this team in the MPBL. Comboy on the run. Adlawan. Oh, access denied!
Wow! Oh my goodness.
Cebu Classic defense on point.
What a way to swat that shot away.
Couple of layups para kay Eman Calo. Thought it was a goaltend there. Lastimosa with a tough drive.
Sometimes you got players na talagang mas gusto pa yung may bunggo. And si Carlo ang isa na doon. It's been pretty much the rebounding action, allowing for second chance opportunities.
63-68, baseline inbound for Basilan. Cabagnol from the corner. Big shot from the crunch man. It's a 2-point game. Anxious moments here for Binyan, but what a play from Coach Rich Alvarez to free up the crunch man for the corner three.
Well, you gotta credit Eman Calo for that perfect pass. Just on that catch and shoot motion for Alex Cabagnot. They've had, what, 5 in succession ba? Kasi si Val Chauca nakaisa rin kanina.
Oh, Jeff Comia, binitbit muna ang bola bago tinapos sa kabila. What a move from Jeff Comia.
2 points yun, pero mukhang 3 points sa effort eh, no? Grabe yung finish na yun ni Jeff Comia. Just a master in dribble penetrations.
Wow. Taking the lead here, 42-40, under a minute to play. Wamar against Macaloni now. Wamar is ahead. Wamar floats. What a shot.
Now they go for the switch. Malaking yung big man ang kumuha, no? Kay Orlan Wamar was able to beat Macaloni. But how about that
That's
finger roll?
Steph Curry-esque.
Montuano, balik kay Robbie Manalang. 8 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Robbie trying to turn the corner. Forces up a three. Oh, banks it in! Robbie Manalang under the rest. Able to will that one through.
My goodness. I was gonna say, nasa isip ko na rin yung sasabihin ko. I was gonna say, what a terrible take by Robbie Manalang. Answered the call the past few games, including this one. Tampos gets ahead. Tampos hangs in the air and gets the bucket. The hoop and the harm para kay Boom Boom Tampos.
Oh my goodness, Javi. The elevation, the finish through contact.
Defying the laws of physics, Boom Boom Tampos featured in our play of the game, brought to you by 1xBet. I will absolutely feel more game if I see more shots like that from Boom Boom Tampus.
San Juan unable to capitalize on that steal. Pero here comes Nueva Ecija. The spin cycle and the finish. The former MVP, JC Marcelino. You know what? This is too big of a game for JC Marcelino not to make an impact.
Because we heard the oohs and ahs even before the shot. Doon sa spin move pa lang, narinig ko na sa crowd.
Only have one timeout here in overtime. Wala nang timeout ang Pasig. Garcia having trouble. Gets it to Lester Reyes. Robbie Manalang attacks. Kick out pass. Jaime against two defenders. Getting that shot up and in. 23 points for Papa Cheats.
He has defied the defense numerous times in this game. Tough shot after tough shot. I thought Manalang would have been better off here trying to go inside into the basket, trying to sneak his way past that help defender. I thought he could have scooped the shot in on that left side, but still giving it to that deep corner kay Chito Jaime.
Back inside the Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal. Parañaque with a 5-point lead against Bulacan in a low-scoring first half. Not a lot of defense, but it's a low-scoring affair.
Well, it's a slow pace. No, both teams not really imposing yung transition play. A lot of the highlights, mga ganito, setups in the half court. Kaya nakita mo yung total attempts of both teams. Medyo mababa, no? Only 56 attempts, a total of 18 makes combined. A lot of fouls too because both teams already have a total of 22 free throws, rebounds, parehas. Dito lang lumamang ang Parañaque. Second chance points, 6 plus 6. No? Kaya ang lamang nila, malapit din, 5.
Well, it must be the conditioning in the venue.
Malamig talaga rito.
Malamig.
Malamig talaga. Kaya,
Kaya malim-
napansin mo, di ba, halftime na, hindi pa ako nagyayabang. Di ba? Kasi, maaawa na ako sa iyo nun. Baka kumuha ka na ng jacket.
Kaya nga eh, Humawas with 7, Sumido with 7 off the bench. Humawas has 4, Espiritu with 4, Umpad with 4 for Bulacan. Sumido is at the line. He has 8 points in the ball game.
Sumido starts the third quarter. Huwag natin kalimutan, he came off the bench. Pinasok yan, start na ng second quarter.
Buena Floor off the bench has 8. Capobres, Cannon, and Mangahas combining for 14. Capobres drives, natapik ni Sumido. That's off a Bulacan player. Kailangan may pangalan na tong podcast natin eh. Ito sa MPB. Hindi rin pwede yung MPBL Extra kasi kinuha, may halftime segment na tayo.
Oo.
Hindi rin pwede MPBL Soundbites. Hindi nagamit na rin ang production natin.
Ako, meron na ako. Meron
Ano?
na ako.
Wah,
Oo,
ang
meron
bilis,
na
ah.
ako. Meron na ako.
ang bilis.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1 pad.
Ang haba.
Oh,
Ang haba.
hindi kasi, kung naalala mo lalo na nung first season natin, as you see the jumper by Osicos, uy, second half lang pinasok yan nakashoot ka agad.
28 to 27.
Tama ba?
Baka
Si
bigla na.
Osicos?
Baka paglingon natin, lamang ng Bulacan dito.
Apologies. Pinasok yan nung first half. First basket rather ni Osicos. Naalala mo nung first season natin, halos lahat ng tao, because it was just that the league was a hit. Talagang kumbaga lahat ng tao pinag-usapan ng MPBL, only 10 teams nun. Kaya naging 26 kagad tayo ng second season. Lahat kinakanta in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Kahit saan.
Diba?
Kahit saan.
Oo.
Kahit saan. Pwede. Hanapan natin ng hanapan natin ng sponsor. Hanapan natin ng sponsor.
Baka sakali.
It looks like there's a challenge here. Aba, nag-challenge pa on that foul on Lander
Ako
Cannon.
naiintindihan ko yung challenge. Dahil dikit tong laban na to, parehas gusto manalo.
28 to 27, Bulacan with a challenge on that foul. Okay, I think Osicos may have been a clean block, so they have a case here, the Kuyas. We'll be right back.
The challenge made by Bulacan Kuyas is unsuccessful. Foul on Ken
Unsuccessful.
Osicos.
Is it just me? Or as you see on your screen sa coach of Bulacan, Elgin Espina, tama?
No, it's
Sorry.
iba na. Yun, tinamaan after the block.
Tinamaan. Di ba?
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Cannon misses the second. 29 to 27 is the count.
Still in the zone, no? Is Parañaque.
Air ball on 3 na yan.
Terence Reyes. Yeah, Coach Terence Reyes. Is it just me? Or standing on the sidelines for Bulacan, si Coach Terence Reyes, ka-look-alike of a young, maybe William or Albert Martinez. Mga magandang lalaki yun, ha? Oh. Papobres with a basket. Oh.
Guys, help me out. We are now entering
Show me sira.
a different territory.
Espiritu top of the game.
31 to 27. It's, my goodness.
Pag may chance ulit, tingnan mo ha. Alam mo, hindi mo lang kasi makita sa TV ngayon eh. Kanina, nung Challenge
I think
sila.
I'd go for William Martinez.
Di ba?
Yeah.
Oh. Lagyan mo lang ng salamin yan. Di ba?
William Martinez ako dyan.
Oh. Oh, di ba? Oh.
Tama. Medyo ano
Diba? Meron.
magkalapit eh.
Meron.
Magkalapit eh.
Ito, Rico ni Capopres.
Dapat si Mika ang magdesisyon.
Yan eh, panahon niya yan eh. Panahon niya. Daniel Padilla na inabot natin. Pero ito, halos inabot na ang
Ako.
ring. Ang ganda ng finish.
Ako,
Bulacan.
Joshua Garcia, mga ganun na ako eh.
Sino yun? Sorry.
Oh, kita mo, hindi mo na nga nakabutan, di ba?
Sumido, dire-diretso. Na Parañaque gives up the foul.
So hindi ka Gerald. Next ka pa kasi Daniel Padilla ka.
Oo, Daniel.
Medyo ano yan ha. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play on the go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
Ganda ng take
Oh.
ni Bulacan.
Dalawa na, GP ha.
Nakabuelo si Bulacan.
31 to 29. Close ball game here.
Parehas, again, talagang gusto makuha itong larong ito.
Bonfire levels to pag nanalo Bulacan. Ang tanong saan?
Malayo-layo. Oo, malayo-layo to. Hindi nila teritoryo to eh.
We're tied at 31. And Parañaque can't overlook Bulacan here. Alam natin may capable players dito. But J-Boy Solis says, medyo ano muna tayo.
Ganda, no? Doon sa pinch post na triangle. Jumawa, strong move. Inatake kagad yung katawan na itong si Udjan.
Parañaque's only win so far this season came against Cebu. So, alam natin ng kapasidad ng team na to. No? They can lead one of the better teams in the South. Gino Humawas at the line.
Cebu, to your point, number 11 sa South Division at 4-8.
Just outside of that play-in position. Last play-in position, number 10.
Number 11, excuse me.
No, outside, pag number 10 ka, may isa ka pang extra game at the end of the regular season. That should be exciting how that plays out. Udjan, jumper, yes.
Same spot, different player. Earlier, it was Solis on that pitch post. Ngayon naman si Udjan, pinakita rin na meron siya ganung range.
Celso back to Humawas. Inside, nagmadali si Gino. And he is hobbling, getting back defensively. And J-Boy Solis gets that one to drop. He's up to 6 points, 37 to 33.
Nice rebound and outlet pass by Udjan to Solis. Hinihingi ni Alan Mangas yung bola sa half court. Hindi niya pinansin. No, dahil nakita niya may mas libre sa harap. Ito makikita natin sa replay. Ayun oh, hinihingi ni Alan.
Yeah.
Nakita niya tumatakbo si Solis. Ayun, simpleng atake. No, kahit na nandun si Sumido, dire-diretso pa rin sa layup itong si Solis.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. We have a timeout. We'll be right back. We are live from the Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal. Yan po ang mga kaibigan natin. Tuwan-tuwa sila.
Kumusta po kayo?
Fans of the game.
Fans, di ba?
Born for greatness.
Always game.
Gixer, fan of the game.
By the way, my last coverage, which was in Pasay, was that last week?
Yeah.
May utang sa akin. Ito, katabi mo, may utang sa akin yan, 500.
Si Tick.
I called it. I called it before yung half, diba? Usually sa third game natin, tumitira ng half court.
Oo.
Sabi ko, nararamdaman ko, may mag-uuwi ng motor ngayon. Take, 500 na. 1 linggo na, hindi pa ako binabayaran. Tinignan pa niya ako. Yung tingin niya sa akin, oh, sumigaw pa, coach, ang galing mo, coach, ang galing mo. Pero hindi yun yung inaantay ko eh. Hindi yung papuri, yung bayad. Nararamdaman ko ngayong, ngayong
Pero-
gabi, dahil dito sa venue na to, first time ko, at yung mga fans natin, nakikita ko talagang engaged tulad nun. May mag-uuwi ngayong gabi ng motor.
Talaga?
Oo.
O, ako naman.
Ha?
Ako naman.
Ikaw titira? Ha?
Ay, di.
Sige, pero pag kunyari walang nakashoot, si Tek ang magbabayad sa'yo. May utang siya sa akin eh. Eto na, Bulacan.
Akala ko si Ton. Ang,
Hindi si Ton yun.
Kaya pala tahimik si Tik dito sa tabi ko.
Cuevas, atake, walang numero, agaw.
Wow. Parañaque turning
Nice
the ball
pass.
over and Humawas. We're tied again. I think it's really kung sino dito ang mag-aangat ng intensity nila sa larong to. I think yun ang mananalo.
Well, sa tingin ko, kung sino yung magkakaroon ng unang run. No, but literally and at the same time yung run na 8-0 run, 10-0 run. Parang wala pa tayong ganun eh.
Yeah.
5-0 run pa lang yata meron tayo yung start ng second quarter. As
Oh,
we see.
Bulacan with the lead now.
Yeah.
39-37. It's a 6-0 run. Inside, Ojan. No. First lead of the game for the Kuyas. And maybe first lead at this point in any game this season. Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
At least in the third quarter.
Yes.
No? Ujan, free throw line, tira, wala.
And it will remain with Parañaque.
Alam mo, dapat pakita na ng Bulacan ngayong laro si Del na sila talaga ang big brother, ang kuya.
Totoong kuya.
Oh,
Solis, drop pass. Cuevas too strong. 5 seconds in the shot clock. Cuevas labas kay KB. Buena floor. Yes!
ganda ng bitaw nitong batang to, no?
Yeah. Ever since when he was with Muntinlupa.
Kahit yung mga mintis niya, either malakas or kapos lang eh, pero lahat diretso.
Oh, what a pass. Galing kay Gino Humawas.
Oh, mukhang paborito niya ang aking stepbrother, no, na si Celso.
Once upon a time, pareho kayong may buhok niyan.
Oo. Oo. Imagine the agony when we found out and accepted na ito na talaga kami, panghabang buhay. Pero tingnan muna natin, ito, panghabang buhay niya rin maaalala to, itong drop pass. Galing kay Jumawas kasi back-to-back na drop pass yan, ha? Pangalawa na yun.
Bulacan with a 1-point lead. Ujan with a jumper. It's short. Rebound ni Bulawan. Takbo ang Kuyas. 2-on-3 here.
Lipad yan si Bulawan.
Trying to find Celso. Unable to control.
Alam mo, sayang, no? Hindi lang niya na-execute. Gusto niya i-drop pass nung kay Celso, eh. Ang problema, natapik and then tumama sa kanya. Huli, it results into a turnover. Good effort nonetheless para sa Patriots, no? Sa transition defense na yun.
Parañaque down by 1 here. I feel like may konting pride dapat dito. No? Kasi, you know, if you're Parañaque, you don't want to lose to the only winless team in the league so far.
Tama. Timaho, jumper. Wala, makukuha na naman ni Tolentino.
Here comes Sumido.
Nice move.
Hindi niya lang natapos pero may
Oo.
foul. 2 free throws.
Alam mo, itong si Espiritu, nakaka 5 rebounds na to.
Sumido at the line. Alam mo, kahit, you know, first game pa lang tayo, alam natin, mahaba pa tong araw na to. Friends tayo na nanonood. Boss Kaiser Galvez, syempre.
Uy,
Always watching. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special
fresh
offer.
na fresh sa championship yan.
Oo nga.
Tama, di ba?
Oo.
Sa Letran?
Saka fresh na fresh yung mga kuha sa Instagram.
Oo.
Nakasakay sa motor. Diba?
Uy, another sign. Another sign yan.
Another sign na may mananalo ng motor.
Mamayang gabi, oh.
Grabe. Lahat na lang, ha?
As you see, Coach
Stephen
Mopera.
Bayan.
Yeah.
Also a really good basketball player.
Yeah. Also a long-lost relative namin ni Celso.
Aba, nagkalat kayo ha?
Ano kami? Triangle effect kami ngayon. Ayan ngayon, lalo na ngayon, triangle kami ngayon.
Meron pa dito. Marami dito.
Timaho, nice pass. Buena Flor. Yan yung sinasabi ko sa iyo. Di ba? Ganda talaga ng pukul nito.
14 points for Buena Flor. KB has been he's been with the Muntinlupa team for a few seasons, and I think this is the only other team that he's played for.
I think
Parañaque.
I can see Buena Flor hindi magtatagal dito sa Parañaque itong season na to. Sa tingin ko, maraming maging konsonada dyan. Na batang yan.
The Parañaque. Buena Flor again, the other corner. This time it won't go. Humawas under a minute to play here in the third. There's a foul on the drive. Humawas.
Si Espiritu. Mga 5 segundo yata naka-ball ready. Hindi siya napasahan pero buti lang may tinawag na foul. Ito yung kick out.
3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Humawas at the line. Has bounced around the MPBL. May Navotas, may Zamboanga.
Tama.
May ngayon Bulacan. Nakakamiss din yung Navotas na yun, no? We had some really good experiences there.
Interesting memories, to say the least.
It was
Yung larong hindi natapos.
was it in the back of the City Hall or hospital? City Hall, right?
City Hall yun.
Right.
City Hall yun.
Yung venue. Tapos yung mga locker room nasa classrooms.
Correct.
11 points now for J-Boy Solis. Parañaque regains the lead.
And that's no knock on Navotas because marami din naman sa mga ibang hindi marami, but there are a few MPBL teams na ganun din yung setup na obviously supported by the LGUs. But I would say it's part of the quote-unquote MPBL experience.
Yes, absolutely.
Sa Parañaque, ganun din
Yeah.
Ang dugout, mga classroom.
Well, they had a squad in that first season. Sunday Salvacion
Tama.
was on that team.
Tama.
Ives Sazon
Tama.
was their main man. Coach Elvis Tolentino,
Elvis
he was
Tolentino
their head coach. JP Calvo before he was drafted sa
Oo,
PBA.
tama.
Ron Denison was on that team as well. Umawas, nagmamadali, gets it to Sumido. Umawas gets it back. Celso to
Fade away,
beat
pasok.
the buzzer. It will count.
How about that, Sidelf? In my experience, yung mga nakaka-buzzer beater, pangalawa na yan ng Bulacan sa larong ito, usually ends up winning the ball game.
Yeah.
Pangalawa na yan.
Nice
Diba?
fade away.
Sino yung second quarter?
Serrano.
Si Serrano.
Para dito sa Bulacan. Dalawa na yan. Always a nice way to close out the quarter.
Game-winning shot yata ang nito. Itong Bulacan, mga buzzer beater din.
Kaya nga. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. Here's Gino Humawas
What a
finding
pass.
Celso. That's an even better angle
Oo.
now that we saw that.
Uy, yun naman, Pinoy step pasa yun.
And we're heading into the fourth quarter. We have a tight one here. Bulacan up by 2 against Parañaque. Kevin Buenaflor continuing his fine performance here. 15 points against Abra. Now 14 points on 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. An impressive 2-game stretch para kay Kevin Buenaflor.
Well, he's been solid and steady, for a guy only averaging less than 6 points close to 2 rebounds in almost 16 minutes of play. But the last 2 games, he's been really good for the Patriots. Question is, can he help itong Patriots close out itong larong to? Dahil itong Bulacan is really showing signs of life to get their first win this season. Could this be the day para sa Kuyas?
Well, Arlan Mangas uncharacteristically missing the point-blank layup.
Has yet to score, no? Si Alan, score na ba?
Yes, I think so.
Oh yeah. Has 1 field goal across his name.
Solis, bigay kay Buenaflor. Alan Mangahas, now they go to Lander Cannon inside the paint.
13 points for Mr. Cannon. Talagang inararo, no? Yung baseline drive na yun. 2 to 3 pound dribbles. Jumawas naman, binawi kagad with his first 3.
11 points now for Gino Humauas. An offensive foul on Cannon.
How about that, Sidel? Action really picking up dito sa huling kanto natin. Ito, i-challenge ba ni Coach Mopera
This is the biggest lead of Bulacan
this season.
this season.
This season. And they look to be really in control. How about that?
And there's a challenge on that offensive foul. We will be right back.
The challenge of Parañaque was unsuccessful. Offensive foul on Lander Cannon is third.
So it is an offensive foul. Ganun ba naman kalaki yung naka-box up, nakapigil sa'yo bago to defend. Hindi ka talaga makakagalaw dun.
Oo, so sustained yung tawag na yun. Ito, Bulacan. Chance to extend for their biggest lead of the season.
Ever.
5 points? Hindi.
Hindi. Rebound ni Lander Cannon. Dave Moralde turns on the Jets and bigla na lang bumilis yung drive ni Dave Moralde doon.
Oh, nakakuha ng buwelo. Nandaki rin yung mata niya. Alam niya kasi si Solis kanina naiwanan niya itong si Sumido, no? Late in the 3rd quarter yung after the forward pass. Siya naman ngayon umatake sa outside lane ng right side.
Free throw is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. (52-50). Bulacan ahead. Swing it over to Humauas, who's been active
Nice
in the
move.
second half. He gets fouled by Buenaflor. Always on attack mode. Ito si Gino Humauas.
Nag-improve yung niya, no? Yung handles niya, no? Dati kasi big man lang to eh. And kaya binibigyan siya ng kumpiyansa ni Coach Terence na to put him at the wing.
He's an all-around guy, especially nung high school siya. No, when he was with the Staglets.
Sino mga kasabayan nito?
Nag-MVP pa nga yata
Sa
to
stats?
Si Gino. Early 2010s to eh. Itong si Gino
So sila na yan. Sila Paul Lee ba yan?
hindi na.
After.
Lagpas na. Lagpas pa nga
After.
kila Ryan Buenafe. Moralde misses the layup.
Trying to fish for a foul. 2-on-1 coming up.
Sumido! Oh! Lander Cannon.
Pumatay ng lamok. Doon sa palpal na yun.
He's had
Buenaflor takes his time. Knocks it down. Sabi ko sa iyo hindi lang love yung what needs to be taken with time.
Lander Cannon with a big time block.
Back to back? Wala.
Wala bro. Hinihintay ko bumaba lahat eh. Cannon inside, blocked by your Your twin,
Yeah,
Celso.
pinsan lang.
Mangahas, Mintes, 3-on-2. It's like a pickup game here.
Moralde.
Oh my goodness.
Ito na, tatapusin ni Jumawas.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe this game.
Struggle, yung fast break na yon. In fairness, yun lang yung parte ng fourth quarter
Ang
na medyo
ganda.
naging sluggish, pero di ba? Kita mo naman yung palpal na to, determinado. Uy, back-to-back blocks yun, ha?
Oh, dalawa.
By Mr. Cannon.
Well, Cannon has had a few highlights this season.
Oo.
No? Yung mga palpal niya, I think is one of the better.
Alam mo, iba ang laking advantage. So, hindi siya ganun kalakihan, pero nagmumukha siyang lalong malaki. Kasi yung buhok niya, mga 5 inches na yan eh.
Kaya nga,
Pag tumalon, di ba, kahit pa paano.
mga 6'3" to si Lander siguro.
Pero yung wingspan niya, haba.
Mahaba, yeah.
Oh.
So, 3 blocks for Parañaque. Couple from Lander Cannon. Gino Humawas. 1-point lead for Bulacan. 7 minutes and 21 seconds remaining.
Lander Cannon, by the way, 13 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 blocks.
Buenaflor is
Libre.
free.
Take your time again.
No good on the 3. 8 rebounds for Cannon. Buenaflor nabitawan ng
Yun
bola.
lang.
Celso quickly to Somido. JR to Gino. The extra pass. Broken
Too
up.
much.
Castro on the move. Buenaflor. Open 3. No. Celso with a rebound. Takbo ulit ang Bulacan. Humawas to Osicos. Back to Gino. And the finish. 3-point lead for Bulacan.
Beautiful touch pass by Osicos.
Castro lays it in. That time, may diin ang drive ni Paulo Castro.
Fatigue might be setting in para sa dalawang koponan.
Oh, another block from Cannon, but it's a foul on Lander Cannon.
Well, we've been talking about yung kabagalan ng laro, especially in the first half. Pero fourth quarter, especially in the first 5 minutes, it's been different. And that's because yung transition defense, for the most part, hindi na bumababa.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme magpalamig. Free installation for split-type air conditioners.
There's a big chance na extreme ang aircon dito. I mean, I'm just assuming, pero kasi ang lamig talaga eh. Extreme yung lamig dito.
Kaya nga, nakalimutan ko rin magdala ng jacket.
Alam mo, humingi ka kay Kuya Willie. Bibigyan ka ng jacket doon.
Okay lang ako. Okay
Okay
lang.
na. Okay.
Kapobres. Oh! No call there.
He did get away with a walk. Castro.
Oh, ganda. 57 all. 6 minutes to play.
Test drive and a floater by Mr. Paulo Castro. Espiritu.
Cannon with rebound number 9. Bigay kay Jasper Cuevas. Chance to retake the lead for Parañaque. Paulo Castro.
That's a foul.
And Osicos.
Oo. Galing magpasabit itong si Castro, no? Talagang initiate niya yung right arm niya doon sa right arm din. Itong si Osicos. Ito yung S-drive. Ito yung floater.
Suzuki, great move of the game. Gixer, great move of the game. Born for greatness. Castro forcing a deadlock with that drive. We'll be right back. 5 minutes and 43 seconds remaining. Kawai Kawai. That's our fan of the game brought to you by LGR Sportswear, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Meanwhile, our
Parang feeling ko mga 6-footer yun. Parang matangkad na babae yun.
Kaya nga. You know, let's go to Mika Abisamis.
For Bulacan, pinagtutulungan pala ni Coach Terence Reyes and player na si Marte Hill ang head coaching today. Although Coach Terence is the one nga on the floor. He is their SNC. Actually, sabi nila, akala nila yung talo nila ng 10 points sa Marikina, ang sort of season high na nila, losing more than that before. Tapos nung fourth quarter nung game na yon, single digit lang daw ang lamang ng kalaban. But today, obviously, in a better position, which is actually a product of more practices this week. At syempre, for guys like Sumido, Humawas, Osikos, to sort of stay in the season with pride. And speaking of pride, Bulacan has had some good years in the MPBL. For sure, alam nyo to, in the time of sila Shaq Taganas, I believe in 2019, this stint was actually part of the huddle today, getting in the game to sort of add to some push for the boys. So, Delphin Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Bulacan was a playoff team in the first season.
Yes, yes.
As Somido extends the lead to 4. Castro misses on the drive. Celso has done a terrific job defensively. Christian, kanina pa yan, dami na siya nasa stop na fast break.
Tsaka double figures na rin yan with 10 points yung huling basket niya. Ito, naupuan ni Udjan. I believe, Osikos. Was that Osikos on the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah? I hope he's okay. Hindi biro yun, no? Yung maupuan ka, halos nasa mukha na. That's why he's holding on to his head right now.
Coach Terence Reyes.
Buti na lang.
Also the SNC, by the way.
Yeah. As reported by Mika. That's interesting, no? Oh, good to see him stand up. Buti na lang si Udjan. You know, isa sa mga, kumbaga, pinakamagaan ko siguro sa lineup ngayon ng Parañaque. Imagine if that was, let's say, Saitanan or Canon. Naku po. Buti na lang.
Baka sab muna. Well, it looks like Osikos has to be subbed off.
Dahil?
Mukhang mandatory. Kasi nga,
Sa ulo.
he got treatment. So Bulawan will take the free throw.
Is that the rule? I thought na pag talagang hindi kaya mag-free throw, di ba? Okay.
And there's a delay of game as well. Madali tayo, 21 of 29. Look at the free throw shooting.
Halos pantay lang yan nung first half. No? Pinakita natin sa stats yan nung halftime report. Pero Bulacan really taking advantage. This is their 30th and 31st attempt. Bulawan split.
Biggest lead of the game for the Kuyas. 5 points.
Season.
For the season.
For the season so far. Good sign para sa Bulacan. May tutuwan pa sila ngayon after a free throw.
Parañaque beats the press. Solis. Oh,
si Celso na naman yung nakastop nun.
Capobres. Oh, Celso all alone there. He completes the stop.
He does. No, hindi na siya sumabay dun sa pangalawa. Pero sorry miss by Capobres. Iba talaga ang advantage namin Masisilaw ka talaga.
Ganyan ka rin magdepensa sa Chinese League. Alam ko Humawas will fire.
Wala tabingi.
And that's a surprise because he took that early in the shot clock.
Maaga masyado yun.
This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Sumido showing the touch.
And Papa returns to the game. So Papa, Solis, Cuevas, and Castro and Udjan are on the floor for Parañaque. Udjan finishes. So Mido, Espiritu, Celso, Humawas, and Osikos ang 5 for Bulacan. Celso fouled. 2 free throws coming up.
And that's just inexcusable. Ang kakatawid lang ng half court, biglang na-splitan na kayo sa depensa in that zone.
This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Masyadong madali yung drive niya para kay Tolentino, or Espiritu rather. As you see, Celso at the line has a double-double already with 11 points and 13 rebounds.
At 15 against Marikina. So, yung nararamdaman mo, paangat yung laro nitong si Celso. Udjan underneath, uncontested. 63 to 61. Parañaque trying to mount a late push here.
Both teams really have to tighten up their defense. 2 easy baskets given up by their defense. Sumido way short.
Josico's good tap. Nice recovery as well. Espiritu in the lane. The runner off the mark. Rebound ni Cuevas. Takbo si Josicos. Castro will lay it in and we're tied at 63.
That slight adjustment in mid-air, no? Kung saan in-extend niya yung kanyang right arm. Just enough for him to make a decent finish.
Umauas goes behind the back. Gets in the lane. Tough shot. There's a foul. He's been a handful. Ito si Joseph Celso.
Oh, second foul quickly by Papa.
Celso. Oh, Mendes. He split his free throws earlier. This is the first here. Now has 14 points in the game. Bulacan with a 1-point advantage. Under 3 minutes to play. Castro. Castro drives. He is fouled by Celso. 2 free throws para kay Castro.
I like the fact that he didn't settle for a jumper kahit na nakasag off sa kanya yung depensa. No? Has a chance to go into double figures. Itong si Paulo has 8 points so far. Does not make the first free throw.
One for 2 as well. We're tied at 64. 2 minutes and 38 seconds remaining. Umauas, Espiritu. Sumido. Nice drive inside. That's a foul. Winning time here. For 2 teams badly needing to win.
Gumagawa ng paraan to si Sumido no? Para makalusot sa depensa kahit hindi siya kabilisan, meron siyang tamang tempo na galaw. Already with 20 points.
Now 21 para kay Sumido. Sol is in trouble. Gets it across to Cuevas.
Good pass.
Papa fires a 3. Short. Rebound ni Celso. Umauas. Bumueno si Gino Humauas. Bungles the layup. Paulo Castro. Umatake si Paulo. Layup won't go. Rebound ni Udjan. Taken away by Sumido. Humauas. Bigay kay Celso. Inside the paint. Celso misses. Papa gets it to Castro. 2-on-2 break. Castro is fouled by Sumido.
So both teams missing a lot of makeable layups at the rim. Before that foul kay Castro, he split the last pair, the last trip at the line. Tingnan natin kung mababawi ni Paulo yan by making the next 2 at panapos ng laro. Itong si Mr. Cannon.
Two for 2. The timeout, 66 all, 1 minute and 42 remaining. The next 3 games for Bulacan, they go up against Davao on June 3, June 10. Bacolod na makakalaban nila. June 18, they're up against the Quezon Huskers. So interesting times here. They have a, you know, they could pull off upsets there sa schedule na yun. And Davao has been struggling of late.
Well, bago yung schedule na yun, they could pull a win right here. It's not an upset, but it's still a win. A much-needed win for a winless team. Tingnan natin kung matatapos sila maayos with less than 130 remaining.
Humauaz is free for 3. That short rebound. Osicos inside the paint. He's blocked by Solis. And bola mapupunta sa Parañaque.
Well, I thought he had a chance to pivot back and have a good angle at the rim. No. But instead, no, he opted to fish for a foul. Walang tawag. Chance nga para sa Parañaque to take the lead.
Minute and 10 remaining. Tied at 66. Here's Castro to Lander Cannon on a double-double. Buenaflor already with 17 in the game. Solis finds Castro wide open, and it's Paulo Castro giving Parañaque the lead with under a minute to play. 68 to 66. 11 in the ball game for Paulo Castro. Humauaz. Bigay kay Sumido. That's a 3. Off the mark. Rebound. Fought for. Nakuha ni Cuevas. And foul committed by Joseph Celso.
At dahil dun, no, penalty na both teams. That means free throws and a walk to the other side.
And just unable to convert on a few opportunities itong Bulacan. Cuevas misses the first free throw, so door still open here. One for 2 for Jasper Cuevas. 69 to 66. Cuyas Espiritu. Bulawan from the corner. A 3, and we're tied with 29 seconds remaining.
Are you smelling overtime? Let's see.
Both teams with a timeout each. Castro with the ball. 4-second differential. Game clock and shot clock. Cuevas drives. It's short. Osicos to Espiritu. And Bulacan with a chance to win this game. Sumido. 5 seconds. J.R. Sumido with a runner. Oh! J.R. Sumido with a basket to give Bulacan the lead and possibly their first win of the season.
Kakaiba yung tapang na pinakita ni J.R. Sumido ron. Kinuha ni Jumaos ang bola, pero ito yung una. Agad si shot by Bulawan, who hits his first 3 of this game. That was even his first attempt, but this running shot, momentum carrying him to the left side, could be the possible game winner. Pero may oras pa with 1.3 seconds remaining.
Big time plays from the Cuyas here down the stretch. They're on the verge of pulling off their first win of the season after 13 attempts.
Watch out for a play designed for Buenaflor. I can see him maybe setting a screen for somebody, and then that screen's gonna open him up. I think Parañaque is going for the win here, with the ball ending up with Buenaflor with a catch and shoot.
Paulo Castro has played well here down the stretch as well. Lander Cannon, J-Boy Solis is also a 3-point threat. Buenaflor is there on the floor. Binabatayan siya ni Osicos. Solis fires short, and Bulacan picks up its first win of the season. Relief, joy, everything. This means so much for the Kuyas after winning their first game, after losing their first 13 games of the season.
Sa buhay may kasabihan si Dev that the first is always the sweetest. Lalong-lalo na kapag medyo maasim-asim, maraming asim na ang natikman mo, no, with being winless so far in those numerous games. They get their first win today in a game winner by sino pa ba ang best player natin? Meron pa bang iba?
Wala na.
Di ba?
JR Sumido is the best player of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. And what a way to pick up your first win. A game winner with 1.3 seconds to go. Amazing.
Interesting stat, Sedef, for our best player of the ball game na si Sumido. Pinasok siya second quarter na. Okay? So he missed one quarter. Played almost all 3 quarters. After that, 29 minutes and 60 seconds. Did not shoot the ball well, but still enough for him to be the best player, obviously, because of that game winner.
Perfect. 12 of 12 from the free throw line. Let's go to Mika.
Maraming salamat. Ito si JR, hindi siya palangiti. Pero ngayon nakikita ko ang ngipin niya dahil sa kasiyahan. JR, congratulations. 23 points ka. Napakaganda ng larong ito. Alam mo, credit din syempre kay Humawas tsaka kay Celso, no? Pero gusto ko lang malaman, after 13 losses, kumusta ka ngayon?
Ito ngayon, masaya dahil nakuha niya yung unang panalo. Salamat Lord at binigay mo sa amin yung panalo na to. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Chair. Alam mo, sabi nga ni Coach Terence kanina, ang laking bagay nung game nyo sa Marikina, no? Medyo umangat lahat ng laro nyo pagkatapos nun. Pagkatapos nung larong iyon, at saka ngayon, nakakaramdam ka na ba ng medyo pataas na kumpiyansa para sa Bulacan?
Sabi naman, syempre, bawat laro may natutunan kami. Kaya, bawat laro, namin yan, kahit matalo kami, kumuha kami ng experience para sa susunod na laban namin. Doon din kami kumukuha ng lakas.
Maraming salamat, JR. At again, congratulations dito sa unang panalo nyo. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Binabati ko ngayon yung asawa ko tsaka yung dalawang anak na nanonood ngayon. Tsaka yung mga magulang ko sa Iloilo. Kamusta kayo dyan? Tsaka yung LCT. Tsaka yun, mga tropa ko sa Cavite. Yun.
Maraming salamat. I love his smile today. This play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Delphin Coach Chris.
Thank you so much, Mika. Congratulations sa Bulacan Kuyas. Their first win of the season coming at the expense of the Parañaque Patriots. So what a game that was. Pero appetizer pa lang yun. May laban pa tayo ngayon. Bilian against Gensan, a playoff rematch. Up next dito sa Inares Center in Montalban, Rizal. And huwag kayong mawawala. Dito lang ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Magbabalik kami.